Hi everybody, this is the tutorial for Madeline. My name's Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's get stuck straight in. So to play this song the easiest, we need a capo on the first fret. If you're in need of a capo, there is a link to one in the description below, so feel free to check that out. But let's dig in with the handful of chords we need for the introduction. Now, if you're playing this on an acoustic guitar and you notice that I'm playing on electric, it's the same thing in terms of chords, so yeah, you can stick around. And what we need is a C major chord to begin with a bit of an addition. Now, C major is 3 on the A string, this is in reference to the capo, 2 on the D, an open G, 1 on the B, and normally a C major chord would have an open E string. But the voicing that they use on the track includes your little finger on fret 3 of the E string. Yeah, nice voicing of C major there. Just a few other chords that we need. We need an F major chord, and what we're going to do is basically take that C major chord, drop these 2 fingers down a string, keep that finger there, and periodically that little finger will be on for the F chord and sometimes it won't be. More about that in a second. But yes, that is basically fret 3 on the D, 2 on the G, 1 on the B, and sometimes 1 on the high E, sometimes that little finger will be taken over. And there's only one other chord we need for the introduction, and that is an A minor 7th chord, which typically is an open A string, 2 on the D, an open G, 1 on the B, and normally an open E. However, that little finger's continuing to play on the 3 on the high E. That just makes it the minor 7th, and you get a lovely voicing of that chord. So what's going to happen on the introduction? We have C major, going to the F major chord, then a quick change of A minor 7 to the F and C. And during the introduction, there are a few techniques that are being played. And it's worth mentioning that if you want the chord chart for this, which has the full structure with all the different sections and all the different chords, as well as the chords and the lyrics matched up, let's say you're singing along or playing along, and you need to know which chord goes with which lyric, head on over to Patreon, I've got you covered. For the price of a coffee, you get everything wrought out professionally by myself, and you also get access to well over 600 songs of all the other latest releases over the past few years, including a bunch of Zach Bryan songs as well. I think there must be at least 8 or 9 songs that I've got up of his. However, when we get into that song, what we have is that C major chord, and we'll focus on the lower strings first, and then the higher strings. And what we can do is play down, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up. However, when we play that chord, we can hammer on this middle finger. And all I mean by that is playing without, and then hammering on after a strum. Provides a lovely little bit of context there, and a little bit of texture to our playing. And we can do the same for the F major chord. And sometimes throughout this song, they're not always strumming the chord, they're kind of picking out certain notes. Watch how I do that slowly. And it's not exactly precise. Every time they play this live, this will be slightly different. So yeah, just try and pick out notes of that chord. As long as this hand's got the right shape, you can't go wrong with which notes you pick. And then for the A minor 7 to the F chord, that's just where we have 2 beats on each, and you can just use that strumming pattern split between the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to play through that set of chords through nice and steady without me talking over the top, so you can see how all of that fits together, and keep an eye out for any of the hammering on fingers because I'll be using that quite a lot. Now, when the vocals kick in, it is essentially the chorus, really, and that's where Zach Bryan, he plays the same chords 2 times round, and that's why he's just singing over the top of it. No real difference. In fact, the rest of the song is literally just those chords looped round and round and round. There is a verse where the female vocal part comes in, that's 3 times around the chords, and then a chorus where it goes back to Zach Bryan playing the same chords. But basically, loop those round and you've got the full song. So if you found that video useful, please do like and subscribe. That really helps out my channel, and consider getting that extra material over on Patreon. I also want to say a quick thank you to the people buzzing by on the screen. Those guys and girls are my patrons, my active patrons, and the moment this video goes live, they'll get access to that content straight away. So thanks to them for their support, thanks to you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.